Look, I think this channel's just starting.
Yeah.
I think we should get into golf. I'm excited to get
Oh,
into golf, and this is what a perfect time to do so because the season's just starting. 2026 PGA Tour begins this weekend. The Sony Open in Hawaii, and look, I think this is a good way for us to get into this. So I think we should give the folks the most casual preview we possibly can. All vibes on all
okay.
vibes here for the Sony Open. And then we'll give you some golf content throughout the week during the seasons. We're going to try and give you a preview on Wednesdays and some sort of a recap kind of conversation on Mondays every week here on Marv and Rauh in the morning. But today, I think we should just go all vibes. What do you think about that?
I like it. That is exactly what I like to hear. Let's do it.
Well, the Sony Open is the first one of the season, 2026. This is what I've seen from things. Obviously, we've had some past winners like Henley. There's Matsuyama. There's Morikawa. There's Jordan Spieth. It's a loaded lineup that I've noticed here. But in Hawaii, this is a fun way to start the PGA season off. Yeah, there's been a couple other storylines about, like, of course, what will Scotty Scheffler do in PGA this year? He's not going to play till next week. There's Brooks Koepka coming back from Live Golf. He's going to come back and play next week as well. So this is
Huge.
almost like
Huge.
this is kind of like, although it's going to count for money, although it's a pretty big purse. I think I saw the purse is like $9 million, which is insane. Imagine golfing and then be like, hey, if you win, you get one of those cool checks that Happy Gilmore got to hold. You get $9 million, right? Even if you finish last place, if you finish last place, you get one of those big checks like Happy Gilmore.
I'm missing 3-foot putts for literally no money, so I don't even want to know what that would look like.
Yeah, it's insane, right? There's going to be a 120 player field to open up the season, but it does still feel almost like a preseason game because some of the big guys are out. But there are 4 top 10 ranked golfers in the world: in Russell Henley, JJ Spawn, Robert McIntyre, and Ben Griffin, which is exciting stuff. I'm really excited to check this one out in Hawaii. I will not be there, but I will be watching. Noon Eastern is when it kicks off on Thursday. You can find it on ESPN Plus.
Right.
Any players that stick out to you? Are there any players like initially? Because we're big live on TV on Marv and Rauh in the morning. You and I are going to become golf fans in front of everybody. We're going to really get into it. Is there any player that like really has stuck out to you over the last couple of years, like just from highlights? I know you're not going to. We're going to become golf sickos here, though.
Right. Obviously the easy one is Scotty Scheffler. Like everybody knows, Scotty Scheffler has just been insane. Brooks Koepka, and then, gosh, what was the rivalry? Him and, was it like 2020, 2021, 22, somewhere in that range. I cannot remember who it was. Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. That's what it was. Yeah, that one was a fun one.
He's with Live Golf still, so he's not coming back. But yeah,
but some of the storylines around golf, they've been pretty electric. I'm always been a big Jordan Spieth guy. It's just like I know people who know people who know people who know him or whatever. So like, I'll root for him. Obviously Tiger, what they're doing with the Pro Golf League or whatever that is, TGL. It's fun to see him playing out there in his Sunday red. So, no names that I'm specifically looking forward to. I will say, like, I'm kind of keeping my options open right now as far as who I'm rooting for. But there are some names that I am familiar with: Matsuyama, Morikawa, a couple of more names that I am, familiar with, fans of, and I'm excited. I did not know. I have to say, full transparency with all of our listeners, that you were like, we're going to get into golf this year. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, we've got probably 2-3 months here. I mean, I know the Masters is usually right around Easter, give or take. So what is that, like April? It's January. We got plenty of time. It's here. It is right here. And this is what a great place to start the season, obviously over in Hawaii. But it just kind of snuck up on us, right? Like just popped out of nowhere. And so yeah, we're learning right here with you live as we do this every single week. More and more about golf. And if you have any opinions or thoughts, like, drop them down below. We are absolutely noobs to covering golf. We're just going to do it because, who doesn't love golf? Hey, quick time out. If you haven't already, hit subscribe down below. We're live literally every morning during the week talking about the biggest stories in sports. So you hitting subscribe is completely free and helps us out more than you know. It's a win-win all around. All right, back to the clip.
Yeah, I want to add more sports to this channel, and what a better way to do it than just like literally strictly just straight up say like, hey, look, we had with no idea really what we're doing here on this one, but I want to learn more. Nick Taylor won it last year, the Sony
Okay.
Open in Hawaii. Speaking of players that you mentioned, Colin Morikawa, you brought his name up. I've really liked watching him over the past.
Yes.
Big Justin Thomas fan. Really liked watching him
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
past as well. So I'm excited to see some of these other new players that I've just really dug into. I plan on having this up on my TV all weekend long. At least one of my screens. Probably the volume will probably turn off an NFL playoff start. I'll be completely honest, but I'll definitely be watching the highlights. There's a lot of things. I think golf is all weekend long, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where you got to learn. Not only you have to learn how to love golf, you have to learn how to cover it and watch the highlights, and it's hours of coverage. How are we going to be able to get all that in? So I'm excited for that. So if you have tips, let us know in the comments below as well, because I think tips are very important how to get that one. But you're right, man. This season is crazy long. Sony Open starts January 15th, goes throughout the weekend, and then you have stuff all the way through. They got the Players in March. You got the Masters in April. It's a very fun schedule. I'm excited to see what happens in this one. Overall, the biggest thing that I want to take from this is that we're going to give you coverage here. We're going to give you, this will probably be the most casual possibility when it comes to this one here, but that's still going to be really fun. I'm excited to dig
It's
into
more
some
of, I
golf
think
with
it's
you.
going to be like, you might come into a college football preview. We've got hot takes or at least passionate takes, right? You go into
Yeah.
NFL and you've got a real strong opinion. Golf is
Just
like
dudes talking golf. Just dudes.
golf. We're just like celebrating the sport. We're just talking about what happened. We're having some fun. It'll be a little bit more chill section, is my guess.
Yeah, I think so too. This is going to be dudes talking golf. I'm excited for that one as well. It should be really fun. I'm excited to see 120 players take off here. See who picks up VJ Singh. Have you heard that name before? I know you're a little younger than me. Have you ever heard the name VJ Singh?
I haven't, but that is an
So he
A-plus
is
name.
62 years old. He's a player
Okay.
that played back in like prime Tiger days.
Gotcha.
Like 2004 VJ Singh. Like I used to watch golf on TV. Like it was like Sunday golf was a thing. You'd watch it before NFL. Like it would be the thing.
Yeah.
So he's 62 years old. He's rejoining the PGA Tour on a career exemption, basically saying like, hey, I'm such a popular name. There's some sort of rule saying because he's had so many tour appearances, so many wins that he can come back and be on the tour. He's rejoining at 62. He will be in the lineup. He'll be
That's
one of the
awesome.
120 at the Sony Open.
That is
It's
awesome.
exciting. I wonder how good he does, because I think they're the senior league. If I remember, you have to be 50 to enter the senior league. He's going to be entering the PGA, the Pro League, at 62. So I wonder if he can run with the big boys still. If you can imagine VJ Singh at 62 years old finishing a top 10, that might be something fun to talk about in the near future.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone here has been out on the course, but every so often you come up behind that group of old dudes and you're like, gosh, we're gonna be stuck here forever. And then they just rip one off the tee box, and you're like, what was that? So there's a chance VJ Singh could come in and make some noise. You never know.
Could be a fun one. Yeah, the winner last year, Nick Taylor, finished with a -16 to finish the weekend. So we'll see if that's something that happens in this weekend around. So Thursday begins this one. Again, noon Eastern is when it starts off. And of course, it ends on Sunday. And we'll have a recap on Monday where we actually dig into it and actually give you some good insight, because we'll finally watch some golf for the first time. And I mean, it's like actually digging in and knowing that I'm going to create content for it. It's probably been ever. It's probably the first time ever I'm doing that.
Are you much of a golfer? You get out on the course very often?
I'll try and go at least once or twice a year. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the best I try.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of the
Having a
same
little
way.
one changes things, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been out there, probably I would say between 4 and 7 or 8 times a year for the last few years. And last year I decided, you know what? That's a totally fair amount of times to go for me to justify buying a new golf bag. So my goal this year is to get out on the actual course and use my golf bag more times. And I think getting into this will actually help with that too. So I'm excited.
Love that. Let us know your thoughts about the Sony Open in the comment description below. All that good stuff. I'm really excited to hear what you think about our obviously immaculate golf coverage that we're going to give you.
Right.
Marv and Rauh in the morning.
Hey, just wanted to thank you for watching the entire video. If you haven't already, consider hitting subscribe down below. It helps the channel grow and helps us bring better content to you guys every single day. We're live literally every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 Eastern talking about the biggest stories in sports. So if you haven't dropped by, you really should. We love interacting with chatters, hearing your guys' opinions. You could easily become a part of the show. So hit subscribe and tell a friend. I'll see you in the morning.